Hey, child. I'm Brandon Victram,
And I'm Florian Kennedy.
and welcome to
Look
Look
at
at Us
Us
Now
Now
podcast.
podcast.
Thank you all for returning to another episode. Today, we are having a casual conversation about random topics. Also, before we get into that, we're going to make sure that we check in on each other's mental health. So, how's your mental today, Florian?
Um, it's better than it was last episode. It's not been the August has been a shit month, but you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have my life. No, I don't know. It's definitely been a roller coaster of emotions with a lot of different things, but today specifically, I think I'm in a better place. Um, it's just one of those things. You just take it as it comes, and then you leave it as it goes, right? So I have a psychiatric appointment coming up on Tuesday. I'm very hopeful about that. I'm supposed to start TMS therapy, which I'm really excited about. Maybe it's finally going to be the answer that I've been looking for. Um, every day that I'm still on this earth, I guess, is a small victory. So,
That,
how are
I
you?
think that's a huge victory that you're still on this earth. So let's not make it a small one. Um, my mental health is good. I guess continuing working per usual. I'm just tired. Currently my neck is killing me
My neck,
because I
my
feel like
back.
I've been sleeping bad and just stress overall. So I have a knot in my neck, like right on my spine, and it hurts. So if I move a little awkwardly, it's more than likely that because it just hurts to turn my head kind of far and fast. But other than that, ooh.
So
Other than
nobody
that,
needs to startle you really quick.
that's why I just said ooh just then because I turned my head so fast and I felt it. But other than that, like everything's everything is chugging along, I guess. Just continuing to make it as I go and
Yeah, big
going by
changes.
life. But all right. So today again, we're just gonna have like pretty random topic or whatever, but we're just gonna talk about some differences between you and I, as well as just I guess cultural differences.
One of these things is not
Because
like the
I was gonna
other.
say because obviously there is a cultural difference there. You are of the Caucasian
I beg your
or the
pardon.
Caucasus region.
America, I am not a Caucasian. I'm
Okay.
glad I have a platform to speak on this.
Okay.
Okay. Caucasian people are from the Caucasus Mountains.
Okay.
These are Armenians.
Okay.
These are the Kardashian. I'm so sorry. These are the Kardashians are Caucasian. I am
Okay.
not.
Okay.
White people are white or European American. I'm okay with either. Just please don't call me
Where's the
Caucasian.
Caucasus Islands?
It's in the Middle East. Yeah. Google it. I'm here for it because knowledge is power.
We should pop where it is on the map on the screen right
For
now.
real, for real.
The where what is it? The Caucasus.
The Caucasus region.
The Caucasus region is here.
Correct. So I'm sure that, and please comment below if anybody else knows this. Caucasian is a disgusting term. I've always hated being called Caucasian. Just call me white. Like, do you prefer black or African American?
I mean, I guess it kind of depends on like the purpose. Like I don't know. Like if I was, I don't know.
But see,
Yeah.
once again, African American is not always correct because if you were from Jamaica, you're black, but you're not African American.
Well, you would be a Jamaican American.
But right, but what I'm saying is politically correct people, they look at all black people and say African American. That's not always the case.
Yeah.
Just like with white people, we're not from the Caucasus region, so we're not Caucasian. So, but yes. So what? I'm sorry. What was you said? I am of the Caucasian persuasion, and what was the rest of the statement?
That was pretty much it. You just went to town on that. When I said that right there, it made you
I
feel
sure
some
did.
kind of
It
way.
gave me a platform.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of kicked this idea around the other night because we were going out and one of our friends, I suppose, was going to give me a ride. And we didn't need to be there until 8:00.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, well, he'll be there at 6:30 to get you. And I'm like, 6:30, the show doesn't start till 8. So we went into this whole thing about how white people love to be early. And I can't dispute that fact. I really cannot. White people it's for me particularly, like the way I look at it is if you tell me to be somewhere and if I'm not there on time, it's rude. It's disrespectful.
Okay.
It's not. Now, an hour and a half is the extreme. I like to be 20 minutes early is on time for me.
Well, maybe for him, he was like, I can use that extra time to get me something to eat, or I
Fair
don't know,
enough. But even your response was, "Why? Hold on. Shall I pull up the message?" No, your response was, "I know, but you know how white people like to be early," and it's very, very true. Which prompted me to ask Google a question or two.
Oh God.
No, this is what we're here for. It. Okay, so, and every white person I know is like this. Most black people I know are quite the opposite.
I know a lot of white people that are late to stuff.
Okay, I said most white people I know.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we don't know the right types of white people.
Oh, the right types of whites.
Oh, Lord. Here I go.
Oh, the right types of whites.
I'm a good whitey, remember? Yeah.
The right.
But my question to Google was, why do white people always like to be early? And Google told me...
Because they're weird.
No, we're not weird. We're very respectful. And Google told me that in some cultures, particularly those considered monochronic, often including Western cultures like the United States, Germany, and Switzerland, time is viewed as a linear resource that can be spent, saved, or wasted. In these cultures, punctuality is highly valued and often seen as a sign of respect, professionalism, and efficiency.
You hit that T on respect, honey. Respect.
I mean, it's very respectful. So efficiency and order, many Western sociologies, including those with a predominantly white population, prioritize efficiency and organization. Punctuality contributes to well-structured activities and smooth transitions between tasks or events. Historical and cultural influence, the emphasis on punctuality in some countries like the United States can be traced back to historical and cultural roots, including those from Northern European states like Germany and England. So, and it's like in Europe, it's a cardinal sin to be late. That is the most disrespectful thing you can do to somebody. Okay? You think it's weird. I don't think it's weird.
It's not that I think it's weird. Like, I used to be very good about being on time for things, which in my situation is different because it's weird, because it's backwards. But after I got out of the military, I just drag ass. I'm just not. But I'll get there. Now, I'm not going to be purposefully late. Like,
I don't think
I'll get there when I get there. When I get there. But with me, it's like I love to, like, when I know I have to be somewhere, even when I know I have to be to work in the morning, I'll pull my phone out, I'll click GPS, and I'll have the GPS on so I can like watch traffic live to be like, I can leave at this time to get to work on time. And even if I was done with everything and it says if I leave, I'll get to work right on the dot, I always
end up being late.
So
let me ask you this. So one of the very first, if not the first episode that we ever did was White People Are Weird. Okay. I never got my chance.
Oh,
right?
So you want to talk about black people being weird?
I mean, I'm not going to say black people being weird. I'm going to say white people are weird. So I need a B to go with it. I don't know what that would be.
What do you mean? A B.
White people are weird. WW. Black people are better. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes,
but
man.
no, it's like we all know, we have all heard of CPT, right? Do you think that CPT is a real thing as a person of color?
Kind of.
Okay. So can I tell you what Google told me about CPT?
Oh Lord, not more facts.
I mean, it is what it is, because let me tell you,
we're gonna pop the facts up on the.
So you heard Google's answer about white people being early.
Mm-hmm.
So Google's answer about black people not being on time is that it is a stereotype that is problematic. And here is what you need to consider instead, XYZ. So apparently Google is telling me that people of color are not on time because of socioeconomic, factors like lack of transportation and this and this and this and yada, yada, yada. I can't get with that.
I can get with it
Because the bus gonna run whatever time the bus runs. I'm telling you, the bus gonna run at the same time. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Now here's the thing. I am currently without a vehicle. So I have to walk or scooter wherever I need to go. I'm still going to make sure that I leave in plenty enough time to get there. Like, what can you say? It was also like, having not being able to find someone to take care of your kids or whatever the case may be. These are true. These are facts. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's specific to people of color. White people deal with that too. Yeah, maybe not on a big of a scale. But regardless of what your challenges are, if you know something is happening, you got plenty of time to plan for that shit. I can't take an excuse for that.
I mean, I hear you. I get it.
So why do you think it is that people of color and like I know, and not just black people, but Hispanic people, Latin people, someone I know who shall remain nameless.
I don't know any Hispanic. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. Yes, I do. I was about to say I don't know any that are late, but yes, I do.
I'm not going to go into particulars, but I have known of a Latino person who was late for their own wedding, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine." Like, I don't understand.
Okay, listen, I'm not trying to be funny. If it's your wedding,
no.
Oh, it's fine.
No.
Oh, it's fine. Now, I'm not saying hours late, but if it's like 10, 15, maybe 20,
35,
at most 30,
35 minutes late for your own wedding.
Things happen, and it's your one special day. It is about you, and you want to make sure it's right. So I understand, like in that case.
I mean,
if it's your wedding, I get. But in other cases, I kind of understand it. Like, I mean, it's your wedding. You got to be a little.
Nah, I'm just gonna have to disagree. But we're gonna skirt that whole topic because it'll get me in trouble.
Oh God.
But so with people of color, if the cookout starts at 5:00. You don't show up till 7, right?
Okay, now when it comes to things like that, I kind of feel like, yeah, we know black people are going to be late, but I feel like there's a deeper thing to it. And in some cases, I feel like some people are late on purpose. Sometimes, not saying this is always, but sometimes if you say something's going to start at 5, in some people's brains, they're like, I'm going to show up at 7 because if I get there at 5, I'm probably going to have to help the setup because they're going to be behind, and I'm probably going to have to help the cook. I'm going to have to run errands and all those kind of things. So some people purposefully will show up later to not have to deal with that part, or to show up and everything is ready after it should have already been ready. There's that. But then you also get some black people on the flip side. I don't know about white people, but on the flip side with black people, let's just say if you say something is from 5 to 9, there's some black people that's going to show up at 7, and at about 8:15, 8:30, they're going to dash out the door. Why? Because they feel like they're going to have to help to clean up. They're going to have to help. So some people in the black community are really big about just.
Do you realize what you just said about your community?
It's the truth. I know it's the truth.
But see here, and I'm glad that this is fun.
Yeah.
Because we can speak on each other's cultures from where we come from without being, I don't want to say racist because it's not racist, but stereotypical, because I concur, but if I were to sit here and say, oh, it's because y'all don't want to help with nothing, that makes me look like I'm calling y'all lazy.
It's kind of one of those things. I can say it, but you can't. Like, I can talk about my brother, but you can't talk about my brother. It's just kind of like that.
I mean, fair enough. But, and then like from my standpoint, for example, I live 2 intersections from my job.
Mm-hmm.
It takes me no time to get to work. I am always going to leave a bare minimum 20 to 30 minutes. Because you never know. You never know. I would much rather be early than late. Anybody in their right mind. Think about this. You have a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
That doctor specifically gave that time. We'll go down that road too.
Mm-hmm.
But not even a doctor's appointment, a job interview, whatever the case may be.
Is different.
An appointment, regardless of what the appointment is. This person designated that specific time frame for you. They took time out of their day, their schedule, everything else they're going. It is disrespectful as fuck.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, I had to put a lot of emphasis on that.
Echo on that.
It's disrespectful as fuck to not respect and that person's time. Time is money.
Okay.
Time is precious. And for you to say, oh, you'll be all right, I'm going to be 10 minutes late, it's fine. fuck you. That shows me that you just really don't give a fuck about me.
Some people just don't. Some people are very self-centered and selfish, and they care about themselves.
So with saying that, does that mean that white people are not as self-centered as the people of color? No, I'm trying to dig into it, because what makes it okay in one culture and not in the other?
I didn't never say anything was okay, but it just, some things are, it is what it is. No one's saying it's okay.
If I feel like if there is a remote possibility of me even being 3 minutes late, I get severe anxiety. Just the thought of being late.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you mentioned about your military background, because in my mind, how did that not stay with you?
I don't know.
Because clearly this stayed with me, because it's how I was raised. You know, I grew up that you respect people's time. You don't be late, this, and this. My grandmother, I love you, Lily Bell Smith, but she takes it to the super duper extreme. Like, she'll be at a doctor's office an hour ahead of time. Ooh. Well, the earlier you get there, the earlier they get. No, that's not how it works. But I don't know. That's one thing that I don't want to be that person, but I do have a lot of black friends and a lot of friends that are people of color, and it's unanimous. It's kind of across the board, like, and they will agree. And I've always wondered, because to me, wanting to be on time or early makes sense. That's logical. I can't make it make sense with not wanting to be somewhere on time.
I'm so happy you're one of the good whites.
I'm a good whitey.
I'm so happy you're one of the good whites.
That's an inside joke. Maybe we'll talk about that one day. But okay, so that's one difference that we have. Neither one of us are falling into this. Well, you can't see my feet right now, but any given Sunday, I would be barefoot. White people love to go barefoot. I will give you that. Now,
that is one of the most uncomfortable feelings ever, to be barefoot.
No.
Now, when I was a kid, like, we would sometimes do it because you're a kid, but then I don't know who it was, someone embedded in my brain that you have to wear shoes outside, because if you don't, your feet won't stop growing.
Correct. I've heard that if that's not true.
So, I mean, obviously, but I'm just saying. So it's there, but yeah, I don't like the way it feels. If I go to a beach, okay, I'm gonna walk around barefoot in the sand for a few minutes or whatever. But walking around the house or in a yard,
But see, this is my thing. And chances are, if you've noticed in any of the other episodes, I'm barefoot. I think in all of the episodes we've ever done. Tonight is the exception because it was raining outside. If I'm in the house and I know my house is clean and my floor is clean, and it is, because I don't keep a dirty house, I'm walking around barefoot. I can't stand the feeling of having something on my feet. Even when I do wear shoes, they're not going to have shoelaces. I cannot stand the constriction.
When I go to sleep, I take my socks off.
I mean, but that's not really, I can't sleep in socks either. It's very uncomfortable. Now, going outside barefoot, that's gross. And what I see with my fellow white people, and it irritates me because you're looking like white trash.
They literally had to put signs on businesses because y'all.
Yeah. Well, you want to let your babies run around in Piggly Wiggly with no shoes on, and they got grocery store fee. That's disgusting. That's gross. I love to be barefoot, but if I'm stepping out my house, I will have shoes on. But I've heard, yes.
No, I just thought of another difference.
Okay. I've heard from other black friends and other black people that it comes from, and correct me if I'm wrong, you probably can't speak on this experience specifically, but I've heard black people say to me that the reason they don't go barefoot in the house is because, like, in the projects, there's roaches and stuff. And no. I have actually heard people say, I'm sure there's somebody out there that has heard this.
This passive aggressive racist.
It is not racist.
I ain't never heard this.
These came from black people's mouths. Okay. That's why they don't wear.
Put it on the screen. Cite your sources.
Okay. Where's the screen at? Where is the Caucasus region? But okay. So why do you, as someone who does not like to be barefoot, think that's a difference between us?
I think we just don't like the way our feet feel walking around barefoot. Your feet get dirty,
but if your house is clean, your feet are not going to get dirty.
Still,
just keep a clean house.
Still,
okay. Okay, so I'm kind of halfway there with the barefoot thing. I don't think it's ever okay to go outside of your house barefoot. That's white trash as fuck.
Okay.
But if you're in your house and your house is clean and you want to be barefoot. Okay, what was your other difference that you just happened to think of?
With the exception of one time, and it was on YouTube or wherever, social media. Y'all love to walk around with y'all kids on leashes. I've only seen a black person do it one time.
Black people do not do that.
And it was in like I don't even know if it was a skit or not, but yeah.
I'm going to tell you, white people do that, and it infuriates me. I hate that shit. But I see more Asian people than any race doing that. I can't speak on the Asian people because there's not an Asian here to defend themselves. But I do see. Oh, she's over there. She's under there. She's waiting for her. She's waiting for her cue to come out and join the conversation.
Why is she so short?
Because she's Asian. Girl, I'm 5'6". We're talking about differences and stereotypes.
Right now, it's like racism.
I know, flashing letters.
Racist.
But yeah, that to me, if you need to put your child on a leash, you should have a dog, not a child. That infuriates me. That absolutely, positively infuriates me. White people, black people, Asian people, I don't care who does that. That's some stupid shit. So why do black people like to walk around in public with their phone on speaker so everybody can hear them?
Oh my God. I hate it so much.
White people do not do that.
Oh my God. I hate it so much. Everybody don't need to hear your conversation.
Yes. And it's more specifically black women. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I see it more with black men.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And then sometimes it's older black men.
And the thing about it is you think that is it like you're still holding the phone? So what's the difference between this and this?
Correct.
Right?
And then you can actually hear the person doing
correct.
that.
So is it intentionally that you want everyone to hear what's going on? Like, is it a look at me moment?
I don't even think it's a look at me moment. And God, here we go, Brandon. This is your turn to get into it. Okay.
That's what we're here for.
I'm just going to say it. My people don't give a fuck.
Okay.
And by not giving a fuck, everybody else around them don't matter, shouldn't matter, and also should pay attention to them. Does that make sense?
Okay.
At the same time, from a black person said that everybody around me don't matter, I don't give a fuck, blah, 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 blah. But everybody better make sure that they don't walk into me, don't run into me. It's very much so. I don't know why.
Say it.
I'm saying it. I don't know why black people are like that. And I'm gonna just keep on going.
Do it.
It goes deeper than just walking around with your phone on speakerphone. It goes into the like, we don't like other people trying to say that we're difficult or that we're too much and all that kind of stuff. But yet we prove over and over and over and over again how we're difficult and how we're too much. Like, I work in hospitality and it's child, I don't care. It's the black people that make the most complaints and have the most issues and require the absolute most, and then would throw a fit about giving a tip to somebody. So, or when they go into restaurants, black women, I'm sorry, they kind of act like it's a game with the server, especially if they server is sorry, if their server is white. Oh my God. It's like they purposely are like, oh, I'm finna fuck with this
Thank
one.
you.
I'm finna do the most and I'm finna get something for free. I hate that mentality so fucking much. But it's not even just with white people, because they do it honestly with anybody in the service industry. If it's a man, woman, whatever, it's like when people come into a restaurant, they instantly click into, I'm Oprah, I'm Barack Obama, I'm Michelle. Like, you have to just give them just this, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to give them this 5-star experience with them being an asshole to you. So, and don't half the time don't tip or well, try to be funny with a tip and be like $1 or some change or something like that. I don't understand it, but me working in those industries pretty much my entire life, it makes me so mad because it's like, but yet if somebody say that we don't tip or we like this, we'll get mad about it. But we do it.
So
I'm only saying we because I'm black, so I'm trying to include myself in it. But I ain't like that because when I go out, like I had to. Again, I worked in the restaurant industry. Just let me go on my deep dive for a second. I worked in this industry for a while, and there was a time that me and my mama went out to eat together, and she wasn't purposefully not finna leave a good tip, but she wasn't leaving a good tip. And I said, mama, like, that's not how this works. And then I explained it to her, and I was like, I don't know, not in all states, but in Georgia,
in the South,
you get paid $2.13 an hour to be a server. That. And when I told her that, she was like, "What?" And I was like, "So obviously, some people just don't know. So they're thinking, oh, they're probably getting minimum wage, and I can get them $2 or $3 on top of that, whatever, blah 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 blah." But no, like some people just don't understand that these people are literally making $2.13 an hour to serve you, and not only are they serving you, they're then out of the tip that you give them have to tip out the
busboy, the bartender,
the host, the bartenders, and all these other kind of things. And then what further pisses me off is when you have the people that say, well, find another job. You chose that job. And it's like, so who is going to do it then? If they don't do it, then who is going to serve you when you go into a restaurant? Mm. You get what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to come into a sit-down restaurant to be served, but you're also telling them to find another job. So then you don't want it.
That topic could be a whole
2-hour
episode.
My bad for going down that road,
because I had to go down the road because it took a lot of passions in me.
It took
because
me there.
I am a career server. I love what I do, but I'm glad that you were the one to say that about black people.
It took me all the way there.
Because if I would have said that, America, y'all would have called me a racist. So I'm glad that I'm able to piggyback off of what you said.
Oh, and another thing, just pause on one more thing. Let me dive back into it for one more second. When you go to a restaurant and the server is serving you and you get everything you asked of from the server, but something is wrong with your food, the server did not cook it. So don't fault the server that something. Now, if you ask for your steak to be medium and it was well done, then you can kind of be like, I told you this. Then I can see how that could be a server's fault. But if there's something wrong, like I don't know how to explain it because at the same time, servers can also still check their food. I get it. But like something like, I don't want to say your food was cold.
Or if the kitchen is out or something. Yeah, that's not your fault.
Yeah, when things like that happen, it's not that server's fault that those things have happened. It's not the server's fault that the kitchen is backed up. Things like that. Like then you fault the server.
That's a whole other episode, which we should do one day.
And it's just like, it's not their fault. Now, what I have learned and what I try to do in any situation, which pisses me off going to fast food restaurants. But in any situation, if I know the kitchen is backed up, if I know the bar is backed up, when I come into your table, hi, my name is Brandon. Can I start y'all off with something to drink? Blah, 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 blah. Just so y'all know the kitchen is backed up. The bar is backed up and blah, 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 blah. More than likely, they're going to ask you, well, how long you think it's going to be? And you'll be like, I don't know, 30 minutes or whatever. Letting people know what to anticipate always allows for a better experience. When I go to a fast food restaurant, this has nothing to do with these differences, but I'm just going down on.
Because you're going.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
You're pulling at me at this.
Okay,
moment.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
But I love it. That's definitely another topic for us to have.
That would be.
I got plenty.
I guess we should do a topic on pet peeves because those are my pet peeves.
But back to the topic at hand. I'm glad that you brought that up because on Instagram and TikTok and all these pages, Karens in the wild, Karens. And yes, as a white person, there are as a YT person, there are definitely my people embarrass me. There's no sense in a lot of the bullshit. However, just like you mentioned, it works both fucking ways. Mm-hmm. What would you call a black woman? What is a black woman's version of a Karen?
I don't know, and I'm not.
But it's the opposite. But do you see what I mean? It's one in the fucking same.
There's not a name.
You had the may I speak to the manager, but I'm gonna tell you something right here and right now. Black women do the same thing.
You should have let me say that. But yes, I agree. But I do agree with you.
But we don't talk about that.
I do agree.
Because that makes you a racist.
But sometimes the things that black women want to speak to a manager about isn't even more so to complain. But sometimes I feel like some people just want to. Okay, a server can tell.
We're still on the same server.
I know. A server can tell a guest something and the guest immediately wants to speak to a manager. But the manager will come and tell the guest the exact same thing the server said, and then they're okay with it. Because I guess I sometimes I feel like some people are like, well, I feel like I could still get this. Let me talk to your manager, and then the manager tell you the same thing and just be like,
So let me put it to you this way. Let me phrase it this way. Karens, white women, they feel entitled.
Correct. They do too.
So don't you think that black, but it's the same. They're entitled to an extent. For example, like America, hate me if you want to. I would rather deal with a Karen than I'm serious. I'm telling you.
Ooh, you're doing
I'm sorry.
You're doing too much.
I'm sorry because
you're doing too much.
I'm not doing too much. I'm being honest.
You're doing
too much. And let me tell you why.
As a current career server, you're doing too much. Just listen to me.
I'm listening to you and I'm receiving what you're saying.
Right. But this is going to be broadcasted around the world. Career server. Who might need a job somewhere else in the future. And someone might find this video.
Darling.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. The warning was put out there.
The warning was put out there, but I'm going to put it to you this way. Entitlement is entitlement. No matter who it comes from.
Correct.
And honestly... And maybe it is because I'm white. Maybe I'm afforded that privilege. I have dealt with Karens, trust me, but not to the extent that people of color would. Okay. Now, granted, race does play an issue in that sometimes. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. But just like you said earlier about how people think that you owe them something or whatever. And I think I'm lying if you want to, but if I'm lying, I'm dying. I had a table when I worked at Memphis Barbecue. It was a black couple. She told me to my face that her people served my people long enough. It was my turn to serve her. Ma'am, I didn't have anything to do with that. I gave you exemplary service. I gave you everything you needed. You ran my ass fucking ragged. And when I came back to the table, you put a penny in my server book as a tip. What's that say about you?
That she's a horrible person.
That she is a horrible person.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
So
I agree.
But I'm just that what I'm trying to say there, and we're gonna like move it along because we're getting hung up right here. I feel like we need to break away from the racial aspect of that because it exists.
And people just be assholes.
People are just fucking horrible people.
Yeah, regardless of the race, you just put people in that.
But you will see. Category. But for whatever reason. I'm gonna reduct that. So yeah, what's another difference?
Wanting to censor.
What's another difference? So we have barefoot. We have being on time.
Okay, so with the exception of me, because I haven't, even though I feel like I need to start doing it. Black people do not want you to come in their house with some shoes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not just about black people. It's pretty much any racial. Any ethnic group besides white people. Yeah, we're the one. We don't care.
That's our differences.
Yeah,
I can't speak for the rest of the world.
And think like looking at like when you think about it like logically, it makes sense. You've been walking around in the dirty street. You've been walking around on grass where dogs are pissing shit and all this stuff. Absolutely. I get it. It makes sense to me. If someone comes to my house, I'm not going to ask them to take off. Now, that's not a white people thing. Because in Europe,
I know.
It's an American white person thing. Yeah, because when me and my mom went to Germany and
did France, you take them off there?
Yeah. Oh, okay. They have little shelves outside the door where you are supposed to. It is very disrespectful to come to someone's house with your shoes on. So it's not a white person thing. It's an American, and I think more than American is the South, right? So that brings us to our next difference, right? So I can speak on my behalf and you can speak on your behalf. Even within the white community, there are differences between white people from the South and white people from the North. I'm sure it's the same thing with people of color. I feel like one of the biggest things that happens as a white person who was born and raised in the Bible Belt, in the deep, deep, deep South, people look at us like we're ignorant, like we're backwoods, cousin fuckers, like all of this stuff. Granted, but that's not true for all of us, right? And I think this goes more into stereotypes than differences. But you and I had this conversation before. There's a difference between white country and black country. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. One of these things are not like the other. But yeah, taking off your shoes when you come inside. When I go to visit your family, that's never been a thing. Y'all don't expect me to take my shoes off. Yeah. Is that something that you do? Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, with the exception of me, that's what I said. Right. Like, no. Now I do know other like black people that you take your shoes.
You take your shoes off.
And like I said, I need to start doing the exact same thing because it is nasty.
So,
but
speaking of nasty and what might be perceived. Kissing dogs in the mouth. White people love to do that shit. I will do that shit all day long. I will be that whitey person that does that. I'm so fucking sorry. Is it gross to you? Maybe. I don't know. But if I'm not kissing you right after, then what the fuck is it to you, right? Right? Speaking of dogs, let's take it a little bit further. Black people like to holler and cuss and yell at their dogs and treat them like shit. Not abuse them. Let me make myself clear.
I mean, black people do their kids the same way, holler and cuss at their kids like they're grown adults.
Let's talk about that.
Like that's
we talk about the difference between you grew up in a black household, obviously. I grew up in a white household, obviously.
I have literally been cussed out as a child like I was a grown ass man.
Do you think that is okay?
No, I don't think it's okay. But this again, it's our difference. We're not sitting here debating whether
it's no. But what
okay or not.
The reason for me asking you that is a lot of people say white people like. And I'm just going to say it. There have been statements made. The reason that all the serial killers are white is because they didn't get their ass whooped growing up.
Now, I've heard
people say that.
No.
So,
yes and no.
Well,
yes and no about whoopings.
First and foremost, spanking definitely happened in my house growing up. I did not get a spanking. Whoopings. I was a good kid, so I never had to get a spanking.
Okay,
I'm just letting you know.
Gold star.
However, I think it's counterintuitive. I really do. The older that I get, I'm against the death penalty and I'm against corporal punishment because what kind of example are you setting? You took somebody's life. Nobody has the right to take anybody's life away.
Unless you're a doctor and that person asks for you to do it.
Okay. Well, yes. But how are you justifying the same crime with the same crime? It doesn't make sense to me. For example, if someone murdered I'm going to say sister because I don't have a sister. That way I'm not jinxing anything. If somebody murdered my sister, I wouldn't want them to get the death penalty. They're getting the easy way out.
Oh, okay.
They're going to lay on that table. They're going to get a shot and go to sleep. Perfectly fine. Where's the punishment in that? Make that motherfucker suffer. Take away the death penalty. I don't agree with it. And the same thing with your kids. Like, you did something wrong, so I'm going to inflict physical pain on you. It just doesn't make sense to me. So this is something that is really, it's been for a long time, it's always been that debate about white people don't discipline their children. You're going to go to timeout, Tommy, like all of these things. I concur, but at the same time, I do not. Because once again, I think more than a black-white thing, I think it's a where you're from type of thing.
I mean, black people are getting into gentle parenting.
I think gentle parenting, I don't like
is a lot.
I don't like that term.
I don't like it either. But I mean, it is what it is. The term is what it is.
You have a side note and just a little bit off track, but there was a story about, and I forget where it was, a teenager killed his father because he tried to take away his electronics. The judge did not give him any jail time. He got probation. It was a black judge, and the child was white. Now, when I read deeper into the story...
How old is the child again?
He was under 18. I don't know exactly. Okay. He was somewhere between 13 and 16, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe I should have fact-checked before telling the story. But the father tried to take away his electronics, and there was an altercation that ensued, and the father was trying to punish him physically. and the kid grabbed a gun and shot, like just ran off and shooting behind him or whatever, and ended up whatever. Should he have gotten more than probation? Absolutely. Like, that's ridiculous. But at the same time, you were abusing that. Now, whether you call
he was in
self-defense
mode.
That's the argument, right?
Yeah.
So
because he was afraid that his dad was
gonna physically. So where the waters are muddy when it comes to stuff like that. Now, my brother, me and my brother, we grew up in the same house, same parents. Turned out completely motherfucking different. I can count the spankings I got on one hand. 2. And I can count the spankings that my brother got on 8, 9, 10 hands maybe. All that spanking and punishment didn't do shit for him. He had to go to the diversion center. He had to go to prison. Like, I never got spanked because I just knew better. Like, I feel like, I don't know. But back to the differences thing, because we are getting off topic again. I don't feel like, because you'll see these videos of white kids back talking their parents and getting away with stuff and be quiet because they don't want to be embarrassed or whatever. And I used to work at a Dollar General, and there was a woman, her son was acting up. She took a belt off of the rack, asked me where the bathroom was, took it, whooped his fucking ass. First of all, I'm sorry, that's child abuse. I'm so sorry. And you can hate me if you want to. You can call me a whatever. How are you, what example are you proving? Now think about it. Can I say this because we're on the topic? I don't know what happened to slaves when they misbehaved? I mean, am I making a valid point or not? I'm just asking. I can't speak on that experience because I'm white, and me nor any of my ancestors were affected by that. However, as someone who comes from a lineage of people who were, how are you okay with doing to your children what the slave masters did to your ancestors?
I mean,
you step out of line, I'm going to beat your ass.
I hear your argument. Like, I really.
So maybe that's the disconnect between white people and black people when it comes to that. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. But I think I look at everything with a very critical lens.
You do.
And I think that more people need to do that. Because if we ask ourselves questions instead of just going by, yes, is the battery dead?
Well, we are back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. The camera, for whatever reason, decided to overheat. But we were just talking about differences. And one of the differences that we were talking about was beating your kids in order to get them to stop being bad.
So. Right. So we were talking about kissing dogs in the mouth and all that stuff. And it goes hand to hand. Beating your kids. If your dog is acting up, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass. That's the worst thing you can do. White people don't do that. And black people do that.
We get frustrated and we use the wrong words at the wrong times to demonstrate our frustration. Yes, I completely agree.
So
I understand.
You're correcting bad behavior with worse behavior.
I get it. I understand, and logically it makes perfect sense. So you're absolutely correct there.
So another thing is, I just fucking love death. A difference between black people and white people. Y'all take 3-4 weeks to bury somebody. We'll have them in the ground the next day. And I think, like, and once again, I know I'm the white, I have black friends, but no, for real, I do. And a lot of my black friends and people that I know, am I yelling?
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
Your family, typically black families are more scattered out. They have to give time for all the families to come together and yada, 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 whatever. Why? And then not only how long it takes to bury your dead, the funerals last for fucking ever. You go to a white funeral, 30, 45 minutes tops. Y'all, it's a whole day thing.
Not y'all.
You got the church moms and you got the church mothers and you got the this and the that and the taking up an offering at the funeral and then you got the repast. Like, explain. Or can you? No.
I can't defend it. Like I don't know.
True story.
Like,
Andy Griffin, when he passed away, he died 5 hours later. He was in the ground. Now that's a little extreme, but I'm here for it because
now in his
defense.
not in his defense, but in his situation, was he passing away and everyone knew it was happening, so everyone was already all together, and you get what I'm saying?
I mean,
was everyone already present? Like that kind of can make sense.
But look,
if they knew that he was passing away and this happened at 8:00 in the morning, and we're all here. Is this something we can get done today by 4:00? But, sure. Like I kind of understand.
And then his celebrity status, okay, whatever. But then you have Aretha Franklin. She laid out for weeks. They changed her costume every day. They put a different dress and heels on her every day.
Was it really every day?
Oh yes, indeed.
It was literally every day.
Every day they put a different dress on her.
We need to fact check this.
Fact check it, please do. I can do it right now, but we don't have time for that. But yeah, and it's just like I don't know. Like for me personally, my shit's paid for. Like my final arrangements are done. If I die tonight, I'm going to the crematory right after. Game over, done. I just don't like. I don't get it. But I definitely have noticed that about white people and black people. We definitely handle death very differently. Mm-hmm. The very when you and I went to, please forgive me, I don't recall his name. Your friend that passed away, and I went to the funeral with Trent. That was the first black funeral I had ever been to, and it was an experience, to say the very least.
And in his defense, like along with the fact that he had passed away, he was also currently in the military too. So there was extra added things on top of it.
I understand that
happened that wouldn't normally happen in a civilian funeral.
So I will tell
more to it.
Out of all of the white funerals I've been to, there's never been an altar call at a funeral. And at Trent's funeral, they were inviting people to come down and get saved at a funeral. I don't understand. I really don't.
I mean, I'm not heavy in the church, so I don't know how to. I don't know.
And that's another cultural difference.
Give you any more insight?
And I was raised in the church. And I was a very active Episcopalian up until my mid-30s, and then I became an atheist. But black people, y'all in church all day long. Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday, then y'all got Bible study, then da-da-da-da-da-da. Like white people, we go to church, it is cut and dry. You go in, you hear the word, you take up the offering, you go home. Mm-hmm. It's exhausting. Okay. And I mean, I guess that's something that neither one of us can really talk about because you're not religious. You don't go to church and stuff. Were you raised in the church? Did you go to church growing up? Was that something that you?
I went to church.
So was it like that in black churches? Like every Sunday, It was a whole ordeal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big difference between the two of us. Another difference that I can speak on: white people don't have any rhythm, and I think that's a lie. And I'll tell you why.
Okay. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
Because if I still have it, it's on the screen playing currently.
Uh-huh.
There was an entire concert of white people. Can you pick out 3 that had rhythm?
Okay.
Like, come on.
Okay.
It's an entire concert.
Rhythm is subjective.
Oh.
And let me explain this to you. Okay. And we are talking about differences, and culturally we are different.
On beat.
Hear me out. What type of music was it?
It was pop music,
but it was more.
And then sometimes they had the audacity to try to do some hip hop, some hippity hop.
There you go. So white people could not be on beat with hip hop music because that is black music.
But they did like 1 or 2 songs.
But I'm going to tell you this: rhythm is subjective. Google Metacouple in the German culture. Google Riverdance in Irish culture. White people can fucking dance. Let me see a black person river dance the way they do. And I'm white, Irish, and I can't river dance. It is subjective. Can we twerk and can we poo palace and all these things? No, we can't. But there are just to get
all your age.
All the way back, right? We can't lean with it, rock with it. But I think that these things are subjective. And I think that, girl, bye.
Oh my
If we can't whip and nay nay and all these bull things, but had the bullworms. However, however, I think that rhythm is subjective, and if you try to put white people in urban culture, of course we can't. That's not our culture. Can we take you or black people in general and river dance? No, y'all. That's not your culture.
Okay, I hear you that it's not our culture, but I bet you we would pick it up faster than an average white person would.
I'm white and I can't river dance.
Right, and I bet you that if someone's tried to show me how to river dance, I would be able to pick it up way faster than you would be.
Debatable. Okay. Because I wish
find me a river dance. We're gonna do this.
Time out.
We're gonna film it.
I wish we were prepared. There's a white girl. I sent you the video. Hold on, time out. I sent you the video. The white girl that was in the ballroom competition. Mm-hmm. That was doing Cardi B. Oh, she ate hard. So it's not necessarily that we can't pick it up. Like, I feel, and a lot of it's cultural, right? I didn't grow up in Ireland with my ancestors. I didn't grow up in Germany with my ancestors. However, if I were more this girl, and I don't know her name, I need to figure this out and drop the link because you need to watch this video. But apparently that's the culture she was submersed in. What happened?
The light died.
Okay, so
which is random.
You look like Grimace now. Are we going to continue or are we? Okay. Anyway, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with the submersion, right? Because even if you are not black or you're not, if you grew up around that type of environment, you're more apt to have that influence, I suppose you would say, right? So Brendan says I can't dance. I beg to differ. I feel like I can dance a little better than most, but I don't think it's fair to sit there and say that white people in general can't dance, right? But then you have this whole thing like, what's the girl's name? K. Michelle. She yodels, right? Are we still filming or is this cool? So culturally speaking, yodeling is a very culturally white thing. It originated in Germany. It came down through the Appalachian Mountains, all of these things. But that's not taken away from the fact that the bitch can yodel because she has a degree, if I'm not right, correct. Okay.
Well, she had a scholarship.
So, and I'm not mad at it. I'm here for it. Yodeling is one of my favorite things in the whole entire universe. Listen to my playlist, you will find out. But I'm not mad at a black girl yodeling. Why should it be the same way if a white girl wants to rap? Do you see what I mean?
Rap girl.
Right, rap girl. Queen Herbie, check her out. She is a phenomenal rapper. Does not get the credit that she deserves because white girls don't get street cred. I don't understand that. That's a whole nother topic. So we have funerals, we have rhythm, dancing, whatever. I feel to put a bow on this because we're running a little long here because this has been a really good topic. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm.
Anytime you get to talk about black people,
and white people, I feel like we need to have. Everybody deserves a voice, regardless of where you come from. This is your personhood. This is who you are. Be proud of that shit. You can be proud of who you are and just not make you a racist. Let's talk about the last thing with differences. And I think this is kind of, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Ghetto, ratchet, hate it. But on my end of the spectrum, white trash, hate it. I feel like for white people, that's our equivalent of ghetto and ratchet, right? Because you can be poor. That does not make you white trash. I grew up very poor. I have never been white trash, which brings me to my point. I don't think that is anything. I think that those behaviors are chosen. And I'm asking for your input as a black person. I can't speak on that because I'm not black. Okay. Do you think that ghetto and ratchet is a chosen behavior, or do you think that is just part of who black people are?
I think it's kind of both because, like you said before, in environmentally, like where you grow up can influence those things. So I don't necessarily think that that's a choice. But now, I mean, can you choose to grow up and continue doing those same things? Yeah, because at some point you can learn like what's right, what's wrong, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what's going down the right path and what's not. So you do have that point in life where you can make a choice. Not everyone does, because some people just systematically cannot get out of where they come from. So that's why I'm like to a degree.
Okay.
So yeah.
So for example, if, and once again, I can't speak on the Black experiences because I don't have that right. Mm-hmm. But just from the outside looking in, when a Black person uses proper English and this and this and this, they get flagged from the Black community because they're being uppity or they're whitewashed or whatever the case may be. What was your opinion on that?
I mean, you could flip the same coin on his head and say that when Black people are use correct English or grammar or whatever example you want to use, then you get the white people that say, "Oh, you're very well spoken."
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. It's one and the same.
Yeah. So it's kind of both. Like it's just fucked up regardless.
So then I'll take and one thing that I absolutely cannot stand is white women who date Black men and swear they're a Black girl. I hate that shit. That is not who you are.
Your environment, where you grew up. Like
I don't think that's true though.
Some people might have grown up. A white woman could have grown up around those type of Black people, and then her influence.
Okay. So to touch on that, I think I've said this in a few episodes before. I grew up in a Black neighborhood in the projects. We were very, very poor. We lived in the projects. I went to my junior high school. There was me and 2 other white kids in the entire school. I don't talk in a Black accent. Like okay. I don't think that's an excuse. I feel like when people do that, it's intentional. Mm-hmm. And it disgusts me because be who you are and be okay with who you are. Right now, there is a double standard there because like you just said, well-spoken, whatever the case may be. If a white girl tried to talk like a Black woman, it's what I just said, but it's almost expected on the other foot, right? Because if a Black person uses Ebonics or urban dialect, well, that's not proper English, speak proper English, blah, 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 blah. How can you be mad at you came over here and you forced this language on a country and you want to get mad at them because they're not speaking it the correct way? You know what I'm saying? Like you have people here, everybody in this country speaks English, but you have African-American English, you have the English of the lower class in the South, the way we talk in the South. People look at us like we're stupid and uneducated because of our accents and our grammar, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. You can't force a language on someone and then get mad at them for not speaking. Do you know, does that make sense to you?
I hear you.
My brain's kind of got scrambled right there. I really meant what I said, but I didn't stick the landing.
You definitely didn't stick the
landing. I didn't stick the landing.
I was a little lost there, but I hear
there's a little. So the vodka in this cup is almost gone, so that's my excuse. I think
that vodka was made by 2 African American.
It was married by 2. Married. It was made.
Were they African American?
They were Black.
But I believe they were from the Caribbean.
We could just stay Black. This goes back to the conversation we had at the top of the episode. Not every Black person is African American. It's very good. What's the name of it? We should probably.
I cannot remember it right now, so you can get up and grab it.
Is it
in the freezer? You ain't got to put it in the shot. You can just say the name of it.
So this is called.
You don't have to put it in the shot. You
this is called.
You don't have to put it in the shot.
Girl,
you can just say the name of it.
Island John.
Okay. So you can put it back up now. You got the name.
Empty.
No, it's not. There was some in there. That's why I had it in the freezer.
Okay. Tell us.
Yeah, you still had to investigate. I don't know the story about. a white woman inside the liquor store, and I bought the bottle because it was good.
And she said, "You got a fan, and you what's the song? Get your fan.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground." Okay. So we could and yeah, we're running long. I could talk about this all day. I love this shit. But Boots on the Ground is the black person who's singing a country song, right?
Okay.
So let's just
don't go down this road because country music is not from black people. I mean,
that's
from white
not
people.
what I'm gonna say to you. That's not what I'm gonna say to you.
All right.
We're talking about differences, okay? And to summarize this whole conversation before we move into our game, we have more in common than we have different. Black people can sing country music if they want to. White people can rap if they want to. It doesn't belong to anybody specifically. It belongs to all of us, right? Right.
Okay, girl.
Do you have anything else to add about
don't.
differences?
I don't.
I just feel like differences are important, and this conversation that we've had tonight was really fun because we can acknowledge those differences and talk about them. Like, it's important to know where we're different, but it's okay. It's okay to be different. Just because I go barefoot or I kiss my dog on the mouth, I'm different, but that doesn't make me bad.
Okay, John. Anyway, so we're about to move into this game.
FUB.
What is this? The game?
We're doing a word association game tonight. So basically, we're going to use a word generator. Random words are going to pop up. And the challenge is for us to find a movie or a song title with that word in the movie or the song title. I don't like that expression.
Okay, let's go.
Shall we? Okay, lemon.
You said a movie or a song?
Or movie or a song. Girl.
I know what you're thinking about, but that word isn't in the song.
Girl.
It's not in the song.
Do you have an answer?
I do.
Let's hear it.
I don't.
There is literally a song called Lemon by Nerd and Rihanna. Next.
There is. But did they say lemon in the song?
That's the name of the song.
That's the name of the song.
That was the challenge.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm thinking of if they say in the song. I think I was thinking.
That's the name of the song.
I was too deep. What am I doing?
Hitting it, hit generator.
Oh, okay,
there you go.
Baby.
Baby Geniuses. That's a movie. It is. It's a movie called Baby Geniuses. Google it. You've never heard of Baby Geniuses?
I know Baby Boss. Boss Baby.
Okay, Boss Baby, but there's also a movie called Baby Geniuses, and you can fact check it if you want. House.
And this is movie
or a song title.
Beyonce, My House.
That's the name of the song, My House? Okay, you certainly win that one because I wouldn't.
Duh. Bridge.
The Bridges of Madison County.
This is kind of lame. This is kind of too easy.
Well, you can change the difficulty level.
Okay.
So I won that one, so now it's your turn.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I'm glad we didn't see because I would have never.
Mm-hmm. That's really easy.
But black people don't be thinking about no or.
Oh, I didn't. My bad. I didn't see the word. Okay, this is your word. Classroom.
And this is why I keep forgetting.
A movie or a song. The title of a movie or the title of a song.
Classroom. So
we're doing a 3 strikes you're out.
Movie
so
or
far,
song.
neither one of us have a strike.
Movie or song that has
countdown.
Is it? Hold on. Is it in the lyrics of the song or the title of the song?
The title of the song.
Okay, that's
or
what
the title of the movie. Time's up. Okay, so that's 1 strike for you.
Can you think of a classroom?
Classroom. I can't, but it wasn't my word. So you have 1 strike.
Yard.
Stomp the yard.
This is who gets the 3 fastest?
Who gets 3 strikes
is
the first one out. Black belt.
The fuck?
Okay, I'll do a new one. I'll try a new word. Okay, flu.
Like flu.
Like the flu.
Sick.
I'll try a new one. That was Orbit.
Why is that funny?
Hipster.
Okay, why do you skip
Because
the word?
okay, I'm trying to help you out because you already have a strike.
skip hipster.
Okay, this is for real. Finance.
Who?
Finance. Finance.
I know, but
Come on, think about it. There's a song called Karen from Finance. Do you know that song? No?
why do you keep hitting it, looking at the next word when I have to
Choose another one.
hit
Choose
it
another one.
anyway? Violent.
Violent.
Like fighting.
You can do the countdown whenever you're ready.
Oh, it's 5. No.
Okay, so
Okay, that's a strike for you.
Strike and strike.
And
okay.
okay.
Leather.
Inside a leather bar.
Is that a song or a movie?
It's a documentary.
Is it really?
I might have left out a couple words, but it is.
I'll give you that one. Okay.
It's the documentary on.
I mean, it sounds
it's the
legit.
documentary that's about that movie.
It's a documentary about
The
that
movie that not Marlon Brando, that other famous actor was in it.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Because that sounds legit.
Toolbox.
Can I use tool and not box? It has to be toolbox. Okay, so that's one strike, one strike.
Probably shouldn't have did hard because now we're both just fucking.
But you said you want to go back to easy?
No, did it got medium or something?
Yes.
Okay, let's go medium. Are we starting over again?
Medium. Okay. Jungle.
The Jungle Book. I love that movie.
Of course.
And you said we
Baloo.
did. You said we did start over, right?
But it's still 1-1.
Robin.
Robin Hood.
Oh, I didn't even think that one. I thought of Batman and Robin.
That's a good one. Lobster. Oh, I know this one. Do you want me to give you a hint? Because I know a song. Rock Lobster. The B-52s. You never heard Rock Lobster? I'm white. Okay.
White. You should go across the screen. Wow.
Everybody knows, if in the comments, put there if you know the song Rock Lobster by the B-52s. Okay, go ahead. So it's 2-1. Okay.
Unicycle.
Are you going to count me down? Because I... Unicycle. All right, so it's 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the tiebreaker. All right, ready? Shallow.
Shallow Hal.
I was like, if you don't get that one,
Base.
base.
Like running in the home base.
I was gonna say Ace of Base, but that is a group, not a song. So I guess that strikes me out, huh?
Yeah, you just struck out.
Okay, so what do you have an answer for that one?
And I'm not trying to be funny. Remember Air Bud? Didn't Air Bud do a baseball movie at one point?
Yeah,
too?
but I don't think baseball was in. I don't think
You don't
base
think
was
so?
in the name.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the only thing my brain was thinking of.
Okay, so you if you get this one right, then you will win.
Okay.
Ready? Ha! I'm gonna skip that one because that's a
Because
possible.
if I get it wrong, then we're tied. Okay.
Correct. Okay. Ready? Sandal. No.
Sandals Resort.
Doctor.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Doolittle. Doctor Zhivago.
I've won, man.
I'm just letting you know. Okay, so yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
It wasn't it was not great, but it wasn't a plane crash like most of our games have been.
Yeah.
That was our game. Alrighty then. So upcoming, what
Mhm.
has to do coming up?
Just word. I have a next month. I have to get ready for a. Is it a seminar or some kind of?
Not a seminar.
I don't. This seminar is not the right word, but we're doing something at work next month, and gotta get ready. The people are coming, and
The
yeah,
people are
the
coming.
people are coming. The owner and the other people, and the people are
Oh,
coming.
we know how this went last time. The people
The
came.
people are coming. So
The
that's
upcoming are the people.
yeah.
The
The
people
people are
are
upcoming.
upcoming. Upcoming for me, staying alive for
I know
another
that's
day.
right.
Yeah, just waking up and saying, "God damn it, here I am." But besides that, I do have a show coming up in September, September 7th. It's a competition. I'm really excited about it. This is my second turn in this competition. And I feel like the stars are aligned for this one because it's absolutely perfect. The category is 80s. The year is 1983. So that's going to be in Birmingham on the 7th. I'm really excited about that. Other than that, it's just my plain old ho hum boring life, but waking up every day. That's what I have upcoming. That's the goal. Work. All right, everybody.
Let us know in the comment section what you all have upcoming. Let us know what you thought about today's episode, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, if you agreed with some of the things we said, if you disagreed with some of the things we said. Let us know some of your own cultural, I guess, differences or things like that, and just put them in the chat, and then maybe we can read them next time.
I'm going to plug Woodlawn Theater in Birmingham, Alabama. If you want to check out the show that I've mentioned, tickets are on sale at theonlypreferred.com. Anything else? I'm feeling very judged right now.
Bye, child.
Bye.